What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, and everything going on here in our country with our economy, money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. If you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on new videos to come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Help us reach our goal of 400,000 subscribers. We're so close, and it's completely free to do so. And if you find these videos helpful, hit the like button for us down below. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. We got a lot to talk about here. Let's just jump right in. There's so much here. So here we go. Okay, the Supreme Court rejects a bid to block mask mandates on airplanes. Okay, remember the Supreme Court also had a recent major ruling for vaccine mandates where they upheld one and they blocked one. Kind of a mixed ruling there. They upheld one for healthcare workers and they blocked one, the major one, for all employees working at companies of over 100 employees. But they have now rejected a bid to block mask mandates on airplanes. As you can see here, the Supreme Court rejected a request to block a federal mask mandate for airline travel. The emergency application was filed by a father on behalf of himself and his 4-year-old autistic son, both of whom claim to be medically incapable of wearing masks for extended periods. The request was filed to Justice Neil Goroush, who handles emergency applications arising in several Western states, and he referred the matter to the full Supreme Court. The justices denied the request without comment or noted dissent, just denied it. And this is under executive order signed by President Biden. The Transportation Security Administration requires passengers on airplanes and other public transportation to wear masks to reduce the spread of the virus, which has now killed more than 850,000 people in the U.S. The court's move comes less than a week after the justice issued a split decision on the Biden's administration pandemic mitigation measures. Last Thursday, the court voted 6-3, with all 6 Republican Supreme Court justices voting to block the vaccine or test mandate. There's 6 Republican Supreme Court justices and 3 Democrat Supreme Court justices. And all 6 Republicans voted to block the vaccine or test mandate, and all 3 Democratic Supreme Court justices voted to uphold it for large employers. But in the other ruling, they voted 5-4 to maintain the vaccine mandate for health care providers, people that work as health providers. That one was upheld because 2 Republican Supreme Court justices switched sides and voted with the Democrats to make 5 votes for it and 4 votes against it. And that's why Supreme Court justices who stay on the Supreme Court for life are so crucially important. And that's why that rule that Mitch McConnell and the Republicans, that they changed it, they got rid of the filibuster just a few years ago when the Republicans were in control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They got rid of the filibuster to change that rule there is so crucially important. And remember that Mitch McConnell denied former President Obama of appointing a Supreme Court justice in his last year of presidency. Remember, he didn't let him do it. He blocked him from doing it. And then also former President Donald Trump, they rushed through getting a Supreme Court justice in the last month or two of former President Donald Trump's last term, or last month or two. So Obama was not able to put through a Supreme Court justice in his, I think it was 10 months left of his term. But Donald Trump, they rushed through a Supreme Court justice with 2 months left of his term. So you think about those 2 there. One would have been Democrats, and then Donald Trump, they rushed through one. That's 2 swing votes there those kind of make a huge difference because those Supreme Court justices stay there for life, and you see how close some of these decisions are, and they matter because these rulings are largely opinion based rulings. You see a lot of these decisions come down to 5-4 decisions, 6-3 decisions, and a lot of times they're, when you look at that one 6-3 decision, it was 6 Republicans on one side and 3 Democrats on one side. And of course, it's interesting how that happens. Where it's all Republicans on one side and all Democrats on the other side. And I'm not really advocating one side or the other. You can have your own or your own opinion on that. But it's interesting how it's just like Republicans and Democrats on one side or the other. It's not just hey, the law says this. It's they're making their own opinions, their own judgments on how the law is interpreted. That's how the Supreme Court typically rules on items like this. They're very, very interesting. And the second ruling, 2 Republicans actually sided with the Democrats, and it passed by 1 vote. That's how close these rulings are. And that's why the Supreme Court justices that rule for life, it's very, 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 very important, these Supreme Court justices, because they're the highest court in the land. Also, you can see here another major city, Washington, D.C., prepared to enforce indoor vaccine mandates. You can see the sign here. Vaccination required per mayor's order is required. Patrons must show 12 years old and up, proof of vaccination, 18 years and up, proof of vaccination, and photo identification required. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts on this. We're seeing this in more and more cities. Of course, a lot of people have mixed opinions on this. I'll leave that for you guys to decide or your thoughts on this, but I'm just here to let you guys know what's going on here in pretty much all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, on the kind of other end of the spectrum, the new Virginia governor signed executive orders to end mask mandates in school. Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin signed 9 new executive orders, one of which is ending mask mandates in Virginia schools. Yeah, so you see the kind of other end of a spectrum here from the new Republican governor. Again, you can let me know your thoughts here. Some people for this, some people are against this. As the pandemic is raging on here with around 800,000 people testing positive every single day, you can see how Republicans and Democrat, different states, different governors, having different points of view, different opinions. The governor's executive order reads, quote, "There is no greater priority than the health and welfare of Virginia's children. Under Virginia's law, parents, not the government, have the fundamental right to make decisions concerning the care of their children." Youngkin's second executive order read. Meanwhile, this is your reminder that you can get 4 free at-home COVID tests from the government now. This is a whole lot better than paying $22 or $30, $29.99 at this local store. You can get them for free at the website covidtests.gov, covidtests.gov. This is an official government website. You can see here the website right up here, the spelling of it. So go ahead and you can see this up here, but go ahead and after this video, if you haven't ordered these yet, write this down and go up there. You can order these for free. You don't need to put in a credit card or anything. They ship directly to your home, free shipping, and 4 per address. So tell your friends, tell your family, share this video with them, and have them subscribe to our channel, join our community here, and I'll keep you up to date here with everything. Another interesting thing here is Senator Kirsten Sinema and Senator Joe Manchin. You know their theme song, right? Dun, dun, dun. They're in a lot of hot water from their own political party, the Democrats, but not just from their own political party, from Martin Luther King's family. Yeah, as they're considering blocking the voting rights bill, Martin Luther King Jr.'s family has spoken out against them and called them out by name. Yeah, very interesting. Check this out. Yeah, you can see here this week, Martin Luther King Jr.'s family led a march urging lawmakers to pass the federal voting rights bill, which is largely, again, being blocked by Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. Yeah. The bill remains stalled. Martin Luther King Jr.'s eldest son, Martin Luther King III, and his 13-year-old granddaughter, Yolanda Renee King, were among a coalition of civil rights activists who led the annual Peace Walk in Washington to honor the legacy of civil rights icon and demand action on voting rights. They said, quote, what we want is for Americans to be engaged. King III told ABC. This year, we are laser focused on getting the right to vote sustained and getting the right to vote empowered. And we actually seen another interview say that would Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin vote for the Civil Rights Act that was passed largely because of Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement back in the day? Would Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema overwrite the filibuster, and would we have that passed now if they had to do that and if they had to overwrite the filibuster, which right now Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin are unwilling to do. And now we have Martin Luther King's family, Martin Luther King Jr.'s family, speaking out against Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema by name. Here's what they said. They said, quote, let the Senate hear you. Let the White House hear you all. Spread the word. Said King's granddaughter before her family led hundreds of marchers across a snow-capped Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge. Her sharp words for lawmakers calling out Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema by name. She says, quote, Senator Sinema, Senator Manchin, our future hinges on your decision and history will remember what choice you make. So join me in demanding action for today, tomorrow, and for generations to come. She says, quote, for all elected leaders out there who are tweeting, posting, and celebrating my grandfather, Dr. King, today, my message to you is simple. Do not celebrate, legislate. You can see here Senator Joe Manchin released a statement this week celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but made no mention of voting rights. And one of the bills, Joe Manchin co-authored and wrote one of the voting rights bills, but is refusing to pass the bill and bypass the filibuster to pass the bill. And yeah, let me know your thoughts here on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s family calling out Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kirsten Sinema by name in the public view. It'd be interesting if Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was here, what he would say today. Let me know your thoughts here. Big movement here over these voting rights issues. Yeah, let me know your thoughts here. It's thought to be the largest voting rights bill. Of course, a lot of people, have thoughts, both sides of it. I'm not going to, of course, you can have your own opinion here. But it is thought to be the largest bill here in decades for voting rights and a lot of controversy over it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts here. And you got to think here with how bad the virus is and how bad inflation is. Could that mean more stimulus checks? The Congress is considering the Build Back Better package, more virus stimulus relief as well. And we got to think here as well with the cost of living adjustment really affecting seniors and how bad many, up to 25% of Americans are behind on their bills. Will there be more stimulus checks here in 2022 from the federal level? We have millions of Americans that are calling on Congress right now. Over 3 million people have signed the petition for more stimulus checks here in 2022. Um, it does kind of make you wonder with how bad everything is. It's literally at its worst here. Um, and inflation's at its worst, and the virus is at its worst here with about 800,000 people testing positive. Could there be more stimulus checks here from the federal government in addition to from state governments or from different states here going forward as well? Of course, we have the new news that California is probably going to be having another round of stimulus checks here come out in 2022, which sets a really good precedence, not only because California has about 27 plus million people get stimulus checks in the 2021. So not only is that really great news for 27 million people, could be getting another stimulus checks. The governor, Governor Gavin Newsom from California, said that there's such a large surplus for California now in 2022 that there's a very good likelihood that there could be another stimulus check for California again this year. But it also sets a really good precedence that if California could continue stimulus checks, a lot of other states can continue them as well going forward here this year. And remember that every single state got over $1 billion from the third stimulus check package, the American Rescue Plan. And not a single state has spent all the money. I don't even think a single state has spent half the money. Remember, they can only spend the money in certain approved fashion. They can't just spend the money on whatever they want. There's certain stipulations that they have to spend the money in certain ways. So, yeah, very, very interesting what'll happen here in 2022 as states try to move forward with their budgets, how they're going to give that money back, how probably going to see a lot of different stimulus check programs here, stimulus type programs here in 2022, whatever they call them. Tax refunds. Remember, a stimulus check is actually a tax refund. It'll be really, really interesting to see what happens here. So I'm going to keep you up to date here. Of course, we want to see a federal stimulus check as well. In addition to all types of stimulus programs, we want to continue to see the extra SNAP benefits, the pandemic EBT programs. Remember, SNAP goes out to about 41.5 million, 41 plus million people as well. We want to see student loan pause or student loan forgiveness as well. That goes out to about 1 in 6 Americans. We have the child tax credits, which go out to about 60 million children, or you think about 60 million well, it's about 40 million families, 60 million children. Remember, some families have more than um, one child, but you kind of think about all these different groups of people here and all these different groups of different assistance here. There's a lot of different type of things out there that are kind of going on here. Rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance. I see comments every single day of people saying, Jimmy, I just got $700 in utility assistance. Jimmy, I just got $400 in utility assistance. Jimmy, I just got $1,000 in utility assistance. Or Jimmy, I just got rent assistance. I just got my rent paid for 3 months or 6 months. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on here. I'll actually link you to some videos here right now. So make sure to click the subscribe button down below. If you haven't yet, it's completely free to do so, so you don't miss out on new videos that come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country. And remember to go order your new virus test kits from the government after this video if you haven't yet, because they're free. And just one more thing, right, that you don't have to pay for. So you can also click the share button down below to share this video with your family and friends so they can join our community and keep up to date with all these different things as well. You can click this top video here to watch our newest video next. This bottom video is how to apply for utility assistance. You can get up to about $1,500 in that. This top video over here is how to apply for rent assistance. You can get up to 12 months of rent assistance. And this bottom video here is how to apply for homeowners assistance, up to $80,000 in that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.